Good evening, hockey fans, and welcome to Wainwright. We've got an exciting game on tap for you tonight between the Wainwright Rustlers and the Sedgewick Sabers. But before we get started, we'll hear from our PA announcer and hear the playing of O Canada, and then we'll get things underway. Yeah, they were one of their ones. Running is like, yeah, check it. That's morning. I was very excited. Oh, fuck. And I'm like, I think I'm jump ball. It's like, bro, but that's what I'm walking. Isn't it like travel? Something that's in South Korea. It's team. That it's like, then what this songs and I just, just, well, I'm not really like, well, I think that we're looking to get he starts to find calls, but we didn't want to load the thing, and then I'm gone. Okay, I'll take your time, and even the work up. And we are ready to go, folks. Your starting goaltenders tonight for the Rustlers, Thomas Eisenman, and across from him, it'll be a tough test for the Rustlers tonight, as it's Travis Child in net for the Sedgwick Sabers, who leads the league in wins, goals against average, save percentage, and shutouts. Having a stellar season is Childs, and the Rustlers will have to find a way to beat them tonight if they can pick up a win here on home ice like they did last weekend. Now James picks up some speed through the neutral zone as he crosses center ice, carries across the blue line down the right wing. He loses it in the corner, but Dicker's there to pick him up. He tries to play it behind the net, but that pass went off a stick, popped up in the air, and it was bouncing around to the side of the net for a moment. But the Sabres able to clear it away. Dicker right back on it, though, in the corner, gets it to Fister behind the net. He tries a centering pass out in front, but can't connect, and the puck trickles out past the blue line, and Horn has to just chip it in deep. That Sabres pass doesn't connect, and that's going to go for icing, and the Rustlers will get an offensive zone faceoff.
Well, the Rustlers come into this game at 6-9-1 on the season, currently sit in 7th place in the East Central Senior Hockey League, just a point behind their rival Irma Aces, who they play tomorrow night in the final game of the regular season. And the Sabers find themselves in a three-way tie for second place with Stetler and Oyen, all three of them only a point behind Provost. And Sedgewick with a game in hand on all three of those teams as they play tonight and tomorrow night to wrap up the regular season. So if they can find a win here tonight at Wainwright, that'll set them up for a realistic shot at finishing the season at the top of the league standings as they play Clewendon tomorrow night to finish up their regular season. Sedgwick wins the face-off back to the point. They played into the corner, but not strong enough, and Huxley's able to pick it up. He moves it forward to Creasy and now to Comerford. He goes to the wing to Shirley. Sends a puck towards the net looking for a redirect, but it's steered away by Childs. Now Comerford from the corner. Fighting for it there, and the Sabres come away with it. They move it through the neutral zone, cross the blue line, and chip it into the corner. Weeks is there to bring it around the boards as the Rustlers look to clear. They do get it out to the neutral zone, but not very far, but they get it right back, and now Shirley crosses the blue line. Just has to chip it forward as he wasn't going to win that foot race. Creasy gets it knocked off his stick. And now the Rustlers setting up from their own blue line. They turn it over in the neutral zone. And now Eskra chasing down in the corner, tries a centering pass, but that's picked off by Horn. Horn feeds it over to Olsen. He's got Leggett if he could feed him, and he was a little late on sending that pass, and it was out of Leggett's reach. James takes his time in his own end. Looking for an outlet, finds one in Leggett. He gets it in deep, and he's going to head to the line, head to the box, or sorry, head to the bench. My goodness, tripping over my words early on here. Now some fresh legs out there for the Rustlers forwards. Miller has it now, fires a wrist shot just wide. James spins and fires one, but it's kicked away by Childs. Dicker gets it to James in the corner. Carson James steps out front and tries to tuck one in short side, but Childs holds the post and holds onto that puck for a faceoff. Dicker able to keep the puck inside the blue line. James there to face it down into the corner. He skates it behind the net. The puck was bouncing around on him. Couldn't get a clean pass off. Pfister still applying pressure in deep, but the Sabres escape their zone and now quickly move it up ice, cross the blue line down the left wing. When the faceoff dot, they fire a shot that's tipped in front by Clay Lang. And the league's leading scorer gets his 21st of the season, and the Sedgewick Sabres have a 1-0 lead here, just over 4 minutes into the first period.
Under the rule, or we will set many plans to cover the team. Quick talk to them, the Brighton, Trevor Philippines, Phil 15, 48, even straight forward.
Now Fletcher Gets it across to Woodward, but then he gets stood up. Weeks is able to pick up the loose puck. Back to Woodward in the slot, but the defender's stick got in the way of that one-timer. Now Huxley works it in deep to Hamilton. And that pass back to the point gets redirected, but not out of the zone. Hamilton picks up an errant pass behind the net. Got it pinned against the wall in the corner for a moment, but it comes up to the point. Huxley sends it in deep. Now Comerford there. Chips it into the corner. And the Sabers able to get a hold of it and clear. And now they come rushing down the left wing. Fire a shot well wide of the net. And Creasy able to get it across the blue line. He's got control of the puck down the left wing. He winds and fires a high shot. Childs might have got a piece of that with the shoulder to redirect it over the net. Now James from center ice. Connor James crosses the blue line, fires a shot that's blocked. He picks up his own rebound, gets the pass out in front, but it was just out of Shirley's reach when he couldn't get a shot off the one-timer. And now the Sabres come the other way. They just barely stay on side. They work it in behind the net. Sharp angle shot goes off the side of the goal. And the Rustlers able to pick it up, but they can't clear. The battle for it right along the blue line. The Rustlers come away with it, and now Shirley. He's one-on-one in the offensive zone, steps around the defender, but gets hauled down and draws the penalty. And the Rustlers will go on the power play for the first man advantage of the evening. Spencer McClements going to the box, 2 minutes for interference. And the Rustlers power play will go to work. It's Pfister, Dicker, and Carson James up front with Miller and Huxley behind them on this first power play unit. But the Sabres win the first face-off of their penalty kill and quickly clear down the ice. Now Miller across the blue line feeds it over to James. He fires a shot high blocker side, but Childs steals that one away. James picks up the puck, loses an edge, and loses the puck, and the Sabres able to clear it again. Fletcher's pass is off the mark, and the Sabres get the puck in behind the Rustler net once again. And now Fletcher gets it back down the right wing with speed. Tries to drop it for Comerford, but it went off a skate. Gets it back to Fletcher in deep. It gets swatted away from him. Horn fires a long wrist shot that's kicked away. Now Comerford from the corner plays to Hamilton at the point. He sends it down into the corner, and the Sabres able to clear once again. Just 35 seconds left in this Rustler power play. And the Sabres force a turnover in the offensive zone. Send the puck in deep. Horn's going to try and chase it down. He gets there first. Little spinorama move in the corner. When he gets the puck up to Shirley. Shirley's cross-ice pass to James. He's a little behind him. He had to slow down, but Shirley gets it back. Now the Rustlers trying to make something happen here, but that shot gets blocked. And that'll do it for the Rustler power play. As McClements is standing and now back onto the ice. We're back to even strength. Clausen goes across the way to Woodward. Nice little stick lift there from Woodward, and he gets the puck in deep. And now chance in tight, and Shirley had a great chance on the one-timer, and Miller an even better chance on the rebound, but he just couldn't get enough on it. And now Woodward will take a hooking penalty, I believe. And he'll go to the box, and now the Sabers will have a chance to bring out their power play unit. And right off the hop, a nice defensive play by Connor James. He feeds it over to his brother as they had a chance for a shorthanded opportunity, but Connor went just offside by half a stride. Now the Sabres gain the zone, looking to set up their power play. And work it down into the corner, but a little too deep. Huxley fanned on that clearing attempt, though, and now the Sabres cycle the puck down low. He's centering pass out in front, and somebody got a stick on that to deflect that shot over the net as Eisman was caught off guard, and the Sabres had a wide open net. And we'll get an offside call here as we hit the halfway mark of the Sabres power play. And just 8 seconds shy of the halfway mark of this period. Sabres holding on to a 1-0 lead here. Rustlers win the faceoff, and Fletcher able to send the puck in behind the Sabres goal. Sanders carries it into the zone, goes cross ice, looking for McClements. They couldn't handle that pass. Now he's got it in the corner. Miller giving him fits down there, trying to knock that puck loose. But Sedgewick able to work it up to the point. And now quick shot, another chance right in front for the Sabres on the rebound, but couldn't get a shot on. Now from center ice, they'll dump it in. Eisman comes out to leave it there for Miller. He takes his time, and his clearing attempt gets picked off of the blue line, and a chance there, but the shot was deflected wide. Now Shirley able to clear it all the way down the ice, and that's going to do it for the Woodward penalty. Both teams perfect on the penalty kill so far tonight. James able to keep the puck inside the blue line, send it in behind the net. Olsen and Shirley in on the forecheck, but Sabres with some good puck movement escape the zone. Rustlers send it right back in, though. And now Pfeffer from his own end gets puck knocked loose by Clausen. That puck was bouncing around and he couldn't hold on to it. Sabres give it away at center ice once again. Clausen sends it in, and Giles is just going to hold on to that one and slow things down for face-off. Rustlers win the draw here. Perkins from the point fires a shot, and the Rustlers score. Perkins didn't get all that one from the point, but there was some traffic in front, and it found its way into the back of the net, sliding along the ice. A low glove side on Childs. And Cale Perkins ties this game up at 1 apiece.
Marcus from James and Fishman at 7:55. Even strength.
Good play from Fletcher just outside the blue line to pick off that pass. But he had teammates offside, so all he could do is chip it in deep and chase it down on the forecheck. Forces a turnover, and now Hamilton enters the zone. He's got a little speed, but he gets stopped up right around the faceoff dot. Spins around in the corner, and the puck makes its way back to the point. Huxley's shot doesn't make it to the net. The clearing attempt is knocked down. Fletcher with the chance, but his shot goes off his stick up into the netting, and the Rustlers showing some signs of life here early on, bringing some pressure to these Sedgewick Sabers. Seven minutes to go in the first period. As that Sabres stretch pass doesn't connect, goes all the way down the ice for an icing call. And we'll do it all over again. Now Shirley down the right wing tries to cut to the middle of the ice, but gets it stolen away. He gets it right back though. Enters the zone. Plays it forward for Comerford. He'll ring it around the wall to Creasy. Now up to the point. Connor James has it. He fires a shot that's blocked. And Creasy gets the rebound in the corner. Plays it in behind the net. Comerford tried to chase down, but the Sabres got to it first and cleared the zone. Eisman comes out of his net. Play the puck, leaves it there for Horn. And the Sabres pick it up with their own blue line. Just chip it into the Rustlers' territory. And now Rustlers' stretch pass doesn't connect, and that'll be a nice and call. Sabres win the faceoff, and from the point, that shot is blocked by Leggett. The second shot was blocked by a Sabres forward right in front of the net. And Eisman able to find the loose puck and hold on to it. Now some rough stuff in behind the net. It's Leggett and Eskra. They're getting after it. The linesmen aren't really letting them drop the gloves and fight, so we'll probably get a couple of roughing calls here. But things starting to get heated in this first period. And the Rustlers are going to get the extra minor, so it's going to be a Sabres power play. And the Rustlers win the faceoff. Clausen plays it off the glass, but can't get it out of the zone.
Well, I mean, it's just that number 8. Ivan extra. Jimmy Rugby Everton. Act Russell. For 8 Carton Lane. Jimmy to Carton.
And now Connor James drops it there for his brother, and that one-timer from the top of the circle got blocked. And the Sabres come the other way. On the rush, they fire a shot that's blocked right at the top of the crease. Backhander off the rebound is swallowed up by Eisenman, and we'll get a face-off. And now the referee having some words with the Rustlers bench, laying down the law in the first period. Sabres win the face-off. They work it across the blue line. That shot's blocked by Fletcher. Sabres get it back. They work it into the corner. In behind the net. It's Ortman. Plays up to the point to McKinley. He'll go across the blue line. And that shot was tipped a couple times before it made it to the net. Ended up over the net. Fletcher's able to pick up the puck. Cleared all the way down the ice, and we're past the halfway point of this Sabres power play. Sedgewick quickly moves it down ice. That cross crease pass. Couldn't find anybody on the back post, but now the Sabres from behind the net work it out in front. It's Lang with the puck now. Cycles it down low for Ortman. Now up to the point. McKinley with a long shot is way over the net. Lang's there to pick it up. Sends backhander out in front of the net. Finally finds a teammate in another shot block, this time by Connor James, the Rustlers. Blocking all kinds of shots tonight. James with another shot block. What a penalty kill for him so far. Horn from behind the net. Takes his time as Olsen is out of the box. Who's serving the second minor for Leggett. He gets it at the blue line. He's got no help, though, and lost a bit of an edge there and got a stick up in the defender's face, and he took a penalty there. It's going to be a high stick. And Olsen, who just came out of the box serving somebody else's penalty, will now go there to serve his own. It'll be 2 minutes for high sticking. And it's going to be a 4-minute high sticking penalty. The referee found some blood. It was Nick Dunn who took that stick up in the face. And so the Sabres now, with 3 minutes to go in the first period, have themselves a 4-minute power play. That shot from the point hit the side of the net. Sabres get it back, work it up to the blue line once again. Now at the top of the circle, they send it down low into the corner. Right up to the point. The shot goes off the post and ends up going off the post and right back into the pads of Eisenman. And it's lucky that didn't deflect back off him and into the net, but he holds on to that one. Rustlers win the faceoff, and Fletcher is going to try to make something happen here. Shorthanded, it's a 2-on-1. Fletcher gets it, tries to get it across to James, but a good defensive stick there from Quinn Johnson breaks up the play. The Rustlers had a great shorthanded scoring opportunity. Now Eisman's going to come out of his net, play that puck, trying to play it off the glass, but it got Johnson in the chest. The Sabres able to keep it in for a moment. Now Comerford able to poke that puck forward from center ice. down to the Sabers goal. And now some fresh legs for the Rustlers on the penalty kill. Good hustle from Pfister to break that up. But the Sabers get it back. Now they cross the blue line. Fire a shot right into the chest of Eisman. And he falls backwards, but holds on to the puck. And we'll get a whistle. Sabers win the faceoff back to the point. And a shot from the slot is kicked aside by Eisman. Good reaction from the Rustlers goaltender, and the Rustlers able to clear the zone.
Wow.
Now Lang down the left wing. Steps around Huxley into the corner. He chips the puck out in front, but Eisman got his goaltender paddle in the way of that one. And the Rustlers almost able to clear the zone. Not quite, but now they have a chance. Miller feeds it forward to Huxley. And the Rustlers might have numbers if they hustle. On the penalty kill, Huxley's shot is deflected wide of the net. Now Zemanek feeds it over to Ortman. His shot kicked away by the right pad of Eisman. Good defensive stick by Hamilton to break up that pass. Nearly stealing it away. Another shot blocked from the Rustlers, this time Cole Horn. And Hamilton's able to send it down the ice with 40 seconds left in this first period. Ortman across the blue line, goes all the way across the ice. And a couple chances there at the side of the goal, but Eisman stands strong. Kicks the rebound out to Shirley, and he gets it down the ice. 10 seconds to go in the period now. And that will do it for the opening 20 minutes of this one. An exciting first period between the Rustlers and Sabers. And the Sabers will return to the second period with 56 seconds remaining on this 4-minute power play. We'll take a break for this first intermission. We'll be back with you soon for the start of the second period. Welcome back for the start of the second period. We've got a 1-1 hockey game after 20 minutes, and the Sabers starting this middle frame on the power play for the next 45 seconds. Sabres trying to set something up here in the offensive zone. They work it down the wall, and that shot is blocked at the top of the crease, and the Rustlers send it down the ice. And now the Sabres do work it into the offensive zone and get the puck in deep. Battle for it in behind the net, but the Sabres come away with it. Eisman knocks that one away with his stick. And the Rustlers clear the zone, and that'll do it for Olsen's high-sticking double minor. And the Rustlers quickly go to work on the offense. Fletcher along the wall. Leaves it for Perkins at the point. He leaves it there for Woodward, trying to get it back to Fletcher at the blue line, but just out of his reach. So he'll regroup at his own blue line, gets it quickly up ice to Woodward, goes crossway looking for Perkins, but it goes off a Sabres skate. And now they send the puck in deep, and that's going to be just barely an icing call as Miller gets there first and the whistle blows. This is the second half of the home and home series between these two teams in the regular season. The Rustlers traveled out to Sedgewick back on November 1st, early in the season. Ended up losing 4-1 out there. Looking to even up the series at 1-1 here on home ice tonight. Huxley picks off a pass in the neutral zone. Tries to send it forward to Creasy, but puck was ahead of him. But now Shirley steals it away along the wall. Tries a centering pass that's kicked away. But now he picks off a pass and chips the puck in behind the net. Comerford trying to chase it down. But the Sabres now able to escape the zone. It's Sanders down the left wing. He steps in and fires a shot over a sprawling Huxley, and Eisman just got a piece of it with his glove to redirect it over the net. Creasy goes right up the middle of the ice to Shirley. But he can't hang on to that hard pass. And now Comerford across the blue line. He's got Creasy with him, but Comerford fires a shot low and wide. Huxley's able to keep it in as his forwards go for a line change. James steps around a couple defenders, puts it right out in front, and a mid-air deflection from Dicker went just wide of the net, but he's able to get it back. Sends it around the boards to James. Leaves it there for Pfister. Well, back to James, back to Pfister again down low, but that one kind of got caught up in his skates a bit. He's got to chase it into the corner. Now Connor James from the point. Skates it in deep, goes all the way across the ice to his brother Carson, and his sharp angle shot is swallowed up by a Child, and we'll get a face-off. Rustlers win the draw, and Connor James from the point looks for a shooting lane, can't find one, so he pulls a spinorama. Steps around a couple other defenders, fires a shot, and Childs holds on. Good solo effort by Connor James there to find himself a scoring chance in the high slot. And from that sequence, the Rustlers will get a power play. The Sabres captain and league's leading scorer, Clay Lang, heading to the box, 2 minutes for slashing. Comerford, Fletcher, and Hamilton are the forwards on this power play unit, with Horn and Connor James on the blue line.
Number 15 for 4.
That pass behind James. Rustlers have to fight to get it back, and they do. James gets it across the blue line and rings it around the boards. Fletcher chasing it down. Gets to it first, but can't hang on to it. And the Sabres clear. James got plenty of speed to get to that puck first. And he'll skate it around the back of his own net and turn it up ice. Now Hamilton down the left wing. His centering pass catches a Saber skate, and they're able to clear the zone. Huxley stops it from going too deep, gets it to James and across the blue line. Over to his brother Carson. And down low. Dicker has it now up to James at the point. Across to Huxley. Back to James. Cross to Carson James. And his shot is steered away by Child. Now Huxley at the point. Down to Connor James. Back to Huxley. He fires, but that one hits Dicker in the shins. Huxley gets it back. Back to James again. Cross to Carson James. He fires a shot, but just wide. It caroms off the glass and down the ice. 25 seconds left in the Rustler power play. Rustlers get into the zone, and Pfister chases it down, scoops it up, feeds it over to Shirley, steps into the slot and fires, but that one's just wide. Pfister picks it up off the rebound, and the power play is over. Rustlers still with possession as Huxley sends it in behind the net. Shirley cycles it around to Clausen. And the Sabres able to clear the zone. Miller picks it up the neutral zone and sends it right back in. Sedgewick sends puck in deep and goes for a full line change. Now Miller plays it off the glass, but it catches the linesman. And the Rustlers lucky to get that one back and not give the Sabres a quick rush opportunity. And that Sabres stretch pass is too deep, and it'll be an icing. 13:34 left in the second period. Still a 1-1 hockey game. Shot clock even at 12 apiece in what has been a hotly contested game between two teams separated by 7 wins. The Rustlers playing one of their better games of the season so far to this point. And now a chance in front, Fletcher the one-timer, and he fluffed it just a little bit. Didn't get much on it, but it was a great chance for the Rustlers, and now they get an offensive zone faceoff. Fletcher wins the draw. Hamilton skates it out from the corner, but it gets knocked off his stick and out to the neutral zone. James from his own blue line feeds it to Comerford, who chips it in deep. And now Hamilton from the slot fires one just wide of the net, picks up his own rebound, brings it around the boards, but his teammates are going in the other direction. And now the Sabres have a chance to clear, but they can't. Hamilton steals it back again, sends it in deep, and Child comes way out of his net to cover that one up and slow things down, give his teammates a breather, and we'll get 10 sets of fresh legs on the ice, full line changes for both sides. Now the Sabres win the faceoff, play it up the glass. And now get it in the offensive zone. Eisman comes out to play it around the wall. Clausen picks it up, flips it out into the neutral zone. No icing here. Olsen's going to try and chase it down. The Clements in there, and he gets to it first. Sabres played off the boards out into the neutral zone, and Huxley picked it up at his own blue line, but then fired it down the ice for an icing call. The Sabers carried in deep. A sharp angle shot goes over the net, ends up right in the stick of Carson James. He's got speed down the left wing. Gets knocked off his stick, but he gets it back, sends it in deep. Dicker chasing it down, but can't get to it in time. And the Sabers able to move it up ice. They cross the blue line, fire a shot that was blocked by Perkins, and then the rebound off the end wall nearly gave the Sabers a good scoring chance there, but it hopped over the stick and to the point, and that wrist shot was harmlessly swallowed up by Eisenman. And now Miller from behind his own net steps out front, feeds it across to Perkins. He'll cross center ice, send it in deep. Child comes out to play it around the wall. And the Sabers just send it out to the Rustlers blue line. Perkins picks it up, fires down the ice, and Perkins nearly had his second goal of the night on a fluke play. As he just sent the puck in deep, it went off a Sabres defenseman skate and right on net, and a quick reaction from Child to make the save and prevent the wacky goal and keep this a 1-1 game. Horn picks it up at center ice, softly flips it into the corner. And the Sabres pick it up, quickly move it up ice. They got it at center ice now and send it into the corner. And a chance out in front, a couple whacks at it. Well, lucky for the Rustlers, that hopped over a Sabres stick. They weren't able to cash in on a wide open net. Now a huge hit at the Rustler blue line. And Wainwright able to get the puck in deep. Lang picks it up with speed across the blue line, fires a shot off the post. And James is able to grab the rebound and leave it there for his goaltender to cover up. Lang just inches away from his second of the night. From center ice, the Sabres ring it around the boards. Eisman plays it up the wall. And Fletcher's there to pick it up. He's got Woodward with him on a quick rush here, and Fletcher gets stood up right at the faceoff dot on the right wing, and the Sabres steal it away. Weeks makes a good play to break up that cross ice pass. But now in his Lang, he has a chance in tight, and he cashes in this time. Clay Lang, with his second of the night, makes it 2-1 for the Sabres with 9 minutes, 13 seconds remaining in the second period.
Wait, man, this meeting, take that on a goal, 130.
And now battle in the corner, and the Sabres come away with it, and a chance from the side of the goal is steered wide by Eisenman, and the Rustlers able to clear the zone. Olsen got dumped from behind, and it's going to be a charging penalty. I was hoping I didn't have to say this name tonight, but it's going to be Landon Kellendorfer. Landon Keldorfer heading to the box, 2 minutes from charging. I hope I nailed that one. There's a couple names on this roster that aren't exactly easy to pronounce if you're unfamiliar with them. But Mr. Keldorfer is going to serve 2 or less for a charge. And we got a whistle here as that clearing attempt caught the player's glove on the wrestler bench. Or maybe a piece of the netting. Either way, we get a face-off in the offensive zone for the Rustlers. And the Rustlers win the face-off to open their power play. James with a shot, but a blocker save made by Child. Now Horn from the right side of the point. His shot went through a couple sets of legs. Made it to the net. Child steers it away. Now Horn from the point goes across the way to James. James gets it to Connor. James gets to Carson James. And his shot was blocked. Now Connor feeds it over to Carson once again from the faceoff dot. His shot was blocked again. And he sends puck in deep. Pfister has it behind the net. His centering pass. Carson James and his one-timer went over the net. Kicker gets it to Horn at the point. Over to Connor James. Connor's long shot went through the traffic, but the save was made, and then Carson's sharp angle shot went off the glass and out into the neutral zone. .45 seconds left from this Rustler power play. And the Sabers clear the zone. Huxley there to pick it up behind his net. Perkins chips it forward to Fletcher. The Rustlers gain the zone, but only for a moment. So that pass goes off a Saber skate and all the way down the ice. Eisman out to play it. And now it's Fletcher. Gets it to Comerford in the neutral zone as the Sabres penalty is over and we're back to full strength. Huxley flips it up in the air looking for Hamilton, but he didn't know it was coming. Perkins picks off a pass and sends it in behind the net. Rustlers go for a full service line change. And the Sabres send it all the way down the ice, but it's going to end up right in the blue paint. So no icing call. And Eisman avoids the forecheck by holding on for a faceoff. Connor James carries it down the ice and has a chance right in front of the net, looking for a redirect from Shirley, but couldn't get a stick on it. Rustlers maintain possession. James in the corner now. Skates it around the back of the net, gets upended in there behind the net, but he gets it to Clausen at the point. His shot gets blocked and straight out into the neutral zone, and now Horn's the last man back against Esker, and he fires a shot right through Horn and right in the chest of Eisman, and he holds on to that one. Rustlers can't get out of the zone, and chance in tight for Ortman. Eisman makes the save and steers the rebound into the corner, and now we're going to get a whistle, and it's going to be a Rustler penalty. Carson James is going to head to the box. It's going to be high sticking. And it looks like this will be of the 2-minute variety this time. And the Sabers win the faceoff to start their power play. That shot went wide of the net off the end wall and bounced back towards Eisman, so he jumps on it to stop play. Fletcher comes away with it off the face-off and is able to clear down the ice. Sabers breakout gets broken up, and Fletcher is able to clear it once again. And Fletcher gets it back again. Rustlers have numbers. Clausen, James is trying to feed it back to Fletcher, but the pass is out of his reach. Now Hamilton picks it up, and he'll send it back in the neutral zone and kill more time off this penalty. Just down to 1 minute and 10 seconds. Horn clears it again as this Rustler power play has looked strong tonight. Now Huxley has it pinned against the wall in the corner. He knocks it loose, and Shirley's got some time and space to pick it up. They'll go across the way to Huxley, and the Rustlers have numbers. Short-handed, they come in and go to the backhand for Comerford, but he can't beat Child, going left to right across top of the crease. But with 26 seconds left in their penalty kill, the Rustlers will get an offensive zone faceoff. Pfister wins the faceoff, but Connor James gets double teamed and loses control of the puck. Miller from his own blue line. He'll skate it through the neutral zone. Cross the blue line. He gets rubbed out of the play, and now the Sabres come the other way with speed and numbers. It's a 2-on-1, but a good defensive play made by Woodward to break that up. Rustlers back to full strength. And from the point, it's Horn. He fires a shot up high, knocked down by Child, and then a chance on the rebound for Dicker, but couldn't bury it. Now Huxley from the point gets to Carson James. To Dicker, and a chance there, but that one's blocked. Pfister picks up the rebound, leaves it there for Dicker. He tries a centering pass from behind the net, gets knocked loose, but ends up to the point to Horn, and his shot is held onto by Child. And we'll get a whistle. Rustlers win the faceoff, but they give it away, and the Sabres able to clear. Comerford shovels it forward to Huxley. He goes across the way to Hamilton, but it was deflected by a defender, I just barely missed the top corner of the net. Comerford works it in deep. Now Miller from the corner gets it up to Shirley. To Clausen, and that dump attempt goes off a stick and up into the seats, and a young fan has a souvenir to go home with.
Last minute, only 15 period.
.45 seconds to go in this second period. Miller picks up a loose puck in his own end. Tries to get it forward to Dicker, but pass is picked off, but he does get it back. Now we got a Sabres player on the ice, down for the count, trying to get to the bench. He could barely crawl his way through the gate into the bench. Looks like he got upended, an innocent looking play. He got upended right in front of the gate to the Sabres bench, and he's having a hard time. Might have landed hard and got the wind knocked out of him. And now the Rustlers will pick up the puck in their own end. Horn will feed it forward to Dicker, back to Horn with 18 seconds left in the second period. Rustlers can't clear the zone. They do now, and if they hustle, they've got a chance. But Dicker looked like he was running out of gas at the end of a shift there, and he couldn't get to that puck in time. Lang has it at center ice, but that's going to do it for this second period as Lang puts a shot on goal right at the buzzer. But that's the end of the second period. The Sabres leading 2-1 after 40 minutes of play.
19.
And we'll be back in about 20 minutes for the start of an exciting third period. Don't go far. Welcome back for the start of the third period, folks. We've got a 2-1 hockey game in favor of the visiting Sedgewick Sabers. And we are underway for the final period of regulation. And the Rustlers win the opening face-off of the period. Carson James fires the puck around the wall. And the Rustlers able to keep it in the zone, get it in behind the net once again. But the Sabers quickly get it back, start working it through the neutral zone. McKinley gets it across the blue line, slams to the brakes, slides the puck forward. But the Rustlers steal it back, and now Pfister able to escape the zone. He doesn't get far with it, though, and Sedgewick quickly turns it around, coming to fire a shot right on net. Eisman couldn't hold on to the rebound, but the Rustlers pick it up for him. They're not able to clear the zone. And now Horn picks it up behind his net. He'll slow things down a bit before he sends a hard stretch pass looking for Cody Woodward, but that's off the mark. And then Hamilton forces a turnover, nearly gets himself a grade A scoring chance, but the puck squirted away from him, and now the Sabers come up ice. Down the left wing, a sharp angle shot is kicked away by Eisman, and then he bats the rebound out of the air and up into the netting, and we'll get a face-off just to his left-hand side. Now Fletcher through the neutral zone. He gets tied up right at center ice and loses control of the puck. Rustlers get it back, though, and now it's Miller from his own end. Hamilton couldn't handle the pass, so the Sabers have to exit from their own zone. It's Ortman across the blue line, flips it into the corner, tries to chase it down, but Perkins gets there first. He plays it off the wall. And the Sabres get it back and fire a shot from point blank range, but up and over the net. A second opportunity goes wide. Now Zemanek works it down low, and they get it out in front to Kyle Sanders from the high slot. He buries one and makes it 3-1. Now Huxley gets it to Clausen, but he stumbles across the blue line, gets it back, and swings it in behind the net. Sabres able to clear the zone. Now Huxley skates it through the neutral zone, crosses center ice, and sends it in deep. Dicker knocks down the clearing. Olsen knocks down the clearing attempt. Rustlers with a chance and a loose puck in the crease. But Clausen had his stick tied up and he couldn't get to it. Well, Huxley from the point sends it to Olsen in the corner. Out front, and a chance for Leggett. His shot goes wide. Clausen from the side of the net can't get a shot to the net. Olsen plays up to the point, but there was nobody there as Huxley had vacated his position and went to the other side of the ice. So he's got to turn around and chase it down the ice. Now Carson James across the blue line. Plays it to the front of the net, but Pfister was tied up, couldn't get a stick on it. Dicker forces a turnover. He goes to the front of the net, and they score! Carson James answers quickly for the Rustlers. It's 3-2, and Wainwright's not out of it yet. 16:34 to go in a one-goal hockey game. Now Connor James carries it in deep and went across the way for Pfister, and then a long shot from Horn from the point was deflected by Pfister. The save was made, and now Lang picks it up in the neutral zone and turns it up ice across the blue line. He gets hit pretty well by Horn, knocks the puck loose, and now Carson James picks it up, feeds it to his brother Connor. Connor goes crossway to Fletcher, chance in tight. Tries to go backhand, forehand, but lost control of it. And the Rustlers itching for that tying goal right now. Lang picks it up just outside the blue line and sends it in deep. And Miller fumbles the puck in front of his own net, gives it away. Sabers trying to make something happen with it. That shot was blocked by a wall of Rustlers. And they send it down the ice. That's going to be an icing call against Wainwright.
That 50-50 ticket is a complete ticket. Number 289-1907. These ticket is 08-91-07 for 1,000 only.
Now Shirley chips it forward. Comerford trying to chase it down. Eventually forces a turnover. Rustlers battle for it along the wall. They get it to the point. Shirley's shot gets blocked. The pass back to the point to Miller. He winds and fires, and they score. The Rustlers tie it up. Miller's shot from the top of the circle got deflected in front. It's Cole Comerford with the Rustlers' third goal of the night. It's a 3-3 hockey game with 14 minutes, 17 seconds to go. Now the Sabers skated into the Rustlers' territory. They get it to the point. McKinley couldn't handle that pass, went right through his legs. So he regroups at center ice. Gets across the red line, sends it in deep. Huxley picks it up behind his own net. Olsen goes across the way to Leggett. Who gets across the blue line, fires a shot low into the glove side, and Childs steers it away. His teammates pick it up, but can't get far with it. Now James across the blue line. Cuts the middle of the ice, fires a shot, but it hit a stick and didn't make it to the net. Dicker from the corner. To Pfister, and a one-timer from the high slot went off a stick and over the net. And then the Sabers flip it over the glass and out of play. We get a whistle. 13 minutes to go in this third period. Rustlers work it in deep. It's Carson James, but it gets swooped off his stick, and now the Sabers come the other way. Fire a shot that's blocked by Cole Horn, and now loose puck behind the net. Horn comes away with it. James with it now. He's got Fisser with him. But that line needed a change, so he flips it down the ice. And an icing call against the Sabers will bring the face-off all the way back down to our left. And now a chance in front for the Rustlers, and Woodward had a whack at it. Hamilton had a whack at it. That puck scooted right past the net, and the Sabres cleared down the ice for another icing call. Back-to-back icings against the Sabres. And the referee's making sure all those players stay on the ice, and they're going to be tuckered out if the Rustlers can win this face-off and set something up. They do in the face-off. It's Perkins at the point. Swings it around the wall and down low. Woodward has it now in the corner. His pass gets picked off. Sabres get it back, flip it down the ice. Not far enough for icing this time. The Rustlers quickly move the puck the other way, and the Sabres only able to get a partial line change in. But now they've got the puck. They aren't able to enter the zone. Comerford battling two Sabres players comes away with it. And now Shirley at center ice. Got knocked off his stick. Sabres flip it down into the corner. Huxley chases it down, chips it forward for Shirley. The Comerford throws the hit at the blue line as the Sabres dump it in. Creasy had it lost in his skates for a moment. Now he's pinned against the wall. Kicks it into the corner. Huxley goes across to Creasy. Sends the puck deep.
Congratulations to Calvin McKinley, 950 winner of Stall. Congratulations, Calvin.
And the Sabres get it out of their own end. Can't do much with it, though. The Rustlers pick it up once again. Huxley sends it down the ice. No icing calls. It was touched. Now Leggett. Lots of pressure, forces a turnover, gets the puck in deep once again as we approach the halfway mark of this third period. James keeps the puck inside the blue line, steps to the outside, tries a centering pass, but there's a sea of bodies in front of the net. Can't get it passed through. Leggett looks like he got a stick up in the face area, but no penalty called. And now a hard shot from the point is snagged out of the air from Eisenman, and we get a face-off. James has some speed down the left wing in the neutral zone, crosses the blue line, fires a shot, but it went off the stick of Johnson up into the netting. Another face-off upcoming. Sabres win the face-off. Johnson around the back of his net. Goes across the way to McKinley. He'll cross the blue line, flip it down into the corner. Not quite into the corner. Eisman able to get a stick on it and hold on for a face-off. And the Sabers able to now get it into Rustler territory. Miller chases it down in the corner. He's battling in there with Lang. He's able to get it around the wall to Woodward. Back across to Miller. Sends it to Hamilton, who redirects it down into the corner. Shirley's there to pick it up on the ring around the boards, and Hamilton a chance in front, but his backhander goes wide. He gets hauled down. Lang able to pick up the puck, but the Rustlers pinch him off of the blue line and steal it back to send the puck in deep again. Child comes out of his net and stick handles around the forechecker, able to get it to his defenseman. They clear the zone, but the Rustlers now come the other way. Connor James across the blue line. His toe drag doesn't work this time, and now the Sabres have numbers the other way. But a quick back check from the Rustlers put the stop to that rush. Comerford gets to it in the corner and sends a stretch pass to Shirley, but he couldn't handle that pass, and now we get a whistle. There's a fight. It's Jeremy Creasy. I can't see the number of the Sedgewick player, but Creasy just laying bombs. Landon Eskra was just eating the right fist of Jeremy Creasy. I don't even think Eskra got a shot in that whole time. Creasy just feeding him. And he's got the crowd fired up. He's got the Rustlers bench fired up. Momentum keeps shifting further and further in Wainwright's direction in this tie game. So we'll have a minute here where the officials and the captains talk things out. Sort out the penalty situation. I suppose now is a good time to talk about something we haven't talked about yet tonight. And tonight's special focus for this Rustlers game is teacher and student night. And we got a pretty good crowd, a whole bunch of students, and I'm sure a whole bunch of teachers too. But teachers and students got into the game for free tonight, and they're here to cheer on the Rustlers in what's been an exciting hockey game. The Rustlers will wrap up their regular season tomorrow night just down the road in Irma. And regardless of the result of tonight's game, that'll be a big one for seeding for the playoffs, which will start next weekend. The Aces and the Rustlers separated by just 1 point. The Aces have the advantage as it stands. But it looks like we got things sorted out here, and it's going to be a power play for the Sabres as the Rustlers will get the extra minor here. So just over 8 minutes to go in the third period. I didn't see any. So the Rustlers bench not too happy about this penalty call. Creasy getting the extra 2 minutes.
Extra. Fighting for fighting. It's on the Rustlers. Number 11. Jeremy Creasy. 2 minutes for instigating. 5 minutes for fighting.
So Creasy got 5 in a game for fighting, but also 2 for instigating, which leads to this Sabres power play. And now Sedgewick has the puck in the corner. Great sprawling play by Connor James to knock that puck loose. The Rustlers haven't got it back quite yet. Battling for it behind the net. Pfister can't quite get to it. Lang plays it in deep. Now it's pinned against the wall. James comes away with it, and Pfister able to get it across the blue line out into the neutral zone. And he throws a big hit right in front of the Rustler bench. But now Lang able to get a hold of it, gets across the blue line. And the Sabers in tight now. Bouncing puck right in front of Eisenman. Sabers come away with it. Now the whistle blows, or not the whistle blows yet. The arm goes up to the referee. And the whistle blows now as the Rustlers touch the puck. And they're going to go down 2 men here. It's going to be a roughing penalty. And it's going to be Cole Horn going to the box. 2 minutes for roughing. So for the next 50 seconds, the Rustlers are going to be down 2 skaters, and their penalty kill has been very strong tonight. But this will be a tough test, and now the Sabers are going to take a timeout, take a breather, and try and talk this through with this major opportunity they have late in this third period. So timeout over. Rustlers 3-man penalty kill unit. It's going to be Cole Comerford, Connor James, and Ty Miller. Sabers win the faceoff. And Sedgewick moves across the blue line. They're stepping in tighter and tighter and fire a shot. Eisman with a good save. Miller gets to the rebound and clears the zone. 30 seconds to go on the Leggett penalty. Lang steps in and fires a shot wide. Sedgewick with possession. Lang from the top of the circle. Gets it down low. Step in behind the net. And a great play by Connor James. Steal that puck away and clears it down the ice. And the Rustlers' penalty kill comes up big once again. Leggett is back out on the ice. He's going straight to the bench. Hamilton's going to come on for him. Lang steps into the high slot, fires a shot, but right in the belly of Iceman. He holds on for a face-off. The Rustlers killed off the first penalty. They got 1 minute, 3 seconds remaining in the next one. 6 minutes, 10 seconds to go in this third period. Still a 3-3 hockey game. Sedgewick wins the faceoff. They work to the point. Now down in the corner. Back to the blue line once again. Down in the corner once again. It's Ortman with it now. Walks behind the back of the net. Up to the point. Pfeffer sends it to the side of the net. They can't handle that pass. Miller has a chance to clear the zone, and he does, all the way down the ice. Rustlers get some fresh legs in the penalty kill. 30 seconds to go in the Horn penalty. Pfeffer feeds it over to Ortman. It gets knocked off his stick right at the blue line. Rustlers cleared again. Woodward with great pressure forces a turnover in front of the penalty boxes, but the Sabres able to get a stick on it and get it in deep. Now Shirley picks it up, fires it down the ice. He didn't realize that Horn had just stepped out of the box less than a second prior. So it's going to be an icing call. The officials making sure all the right Rustlers are on the ice. Some Sabres players trying to help them out, make the right decisions. Making sure everybody's where they need to be. 5 minutes to go. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Rustlers win the faceoff. Connor James carries it through the neutral zone. Across the blue line. Feeds it forward to Shirley. Shirley with the cross ice pass looking for Huxley, but it hopped over his stick. Sabers played out to center ice. Huxley tries to get it deep. The Sabers look for a stretch pass, nothing doing there. Horn comes away with it, sends a deep cross ice pass. Doesn't connect the first time, but the Rustlers get it back, and now Carson James comes in, fires a sharp angle shot. Blocker save made by Child. Now James gets the puck deep. Pfister hard on the forecheck. Miller not able to keep it inside the blue line. With the Sabers, all they can do is send it deep. The Rustlers stretch pass doesn't connect. Now Nelson reaches the blue line, chips it in. Perkins picks it up behind his own net, plays down the wall to Hamilton. Hamilton flips it on the backhand way up in the sky. Fletcher trying to get under it, chase it down. Can't get to it first. We get a couple bodies tied up there. Referee lets things play on. Clean play. Sedgewick flips it in behind the net. Huxley picks it up with speed. Down the left wing. Steps around defender, loses control of it, and Sedgewick steals it back. Now Hamilton forces a turnover. Puck scoots in behind the Sedgewick net. Hamilton still gets a hold of it. Gets it back to the point. It's Connor James. He fires a shot through traffic, and Child holds on. Freezes it for a face-off down to 3 minutes to go in this exciting third period. Now Miller from his own blue line. Gets down to the neutral zone, and now Clausen from the left wing chases down the loose puck. Gets knocked off his stick, but Shirley picks it up. Brings it around the boards. Comerford trying to chase it down, throws a hit in the corner. Gets it back. Gets it to the point. Horn with a shot that's blocked. And blocked hard. Kyle Sanders goes down in a heap. He's back up on his feet. Now, and a chance in tight for the Rustlers. They shoot, and a good save made by Child. Comerford with a point-blank opportunity. Now Miller from the point keeps the puck inside the blue line. Doesn't get it very deep, and the Sabres able to clear the zone. Carson James from center ice. Plays it into the near corner. Came hot off the boards out in front of the net, and the Sabres able to work it in behind the goal. James causing trouble in the slot, trying to force a turnover. Rustlers do eventually get it. It's Pfister. Up to Connor James. He steps in deep, looking for the cross ice pass. Can't find it. Another chance for Carson. His pass makes it this way to Dicker, and his backhander is swallowed up by Child, and we get a whistle with 1:27 minutes to go. Heading down to the dying minutes of this third period. Fletcher comes in, wins the faceoff, gets it to the point. That hard shot from James gets blocked. And the Sabres clear the zone. James flips it in the air. And now Fletcher chases it down. Great play to knock it forward, but he can't get to it in time. Down to 1 minute to go. Heck of an effort from Connor James to step up and knock that puck loose. Now Fletcher has it on his stick, cross the blue line. He's got Huxley with him. He sends it all the way across to Woodward. His pass gets knocked down, and Shirley has to chase it down to center ice. Shirley flips it into the offensive zone. The Sabres pick it up there and flip it down the ice in return. "20 seconds to go in the third period, and the Rustlers maybe with a chance here. Shirley across the blue line, fires a shot wide of the net. A chance in tight. And Miller's second attempt goes wide. 10 seconds to go. Sabres coming up ice. Good defensive play there to shut down that rush for the Rustlers. Puck squirts into the neutral zone, and that's going to do it for the third period. We've got overtime on a Friday night in Wainwright. It's 3-3 after 60 minutes of hockey.
For total 82.
Heck of a battle between these two clubs for the first 60 minutes of play, and we're going to get extra hockey here tonight. If my memory serves me right, I think we're going to have 5 minutes of 4-on-4, followed by a shootout. Both teams get a minute for a breather here before the overtime period starts. The referee just checking with both benches, making sure everybody's on the same page.
Overtime.
And it looks like we're ready to go. It'll be 4-on-4 hockey, 5 minutes of overtime. Pfister, Huxley, Carson James, and Connor James out there for the Rustlers. And of course, the Sabres 4-man lineup is headmanned by the league's leading scorer, Clay Lang. Huxley from behind his own net leaves it for Connor James. Connor skates it down the left wing. He's got speed. He gets upended. No tripping call. And now Lang flies down the left wing. Pfister's the last man back, and he makes a great defensive play. Puck gets caught up in his skates, but Huxley's there to pick it up. He's got speed now down the right wing. Slams on the brakes, plays it to an open wing, waiting for Fletcher to try and catch up to it. He does, but then he loses an edge along the wall, and the Sabres come the other way. Shot from the point, steered away with the blocker of Eisman. Ortman has the puck, flips it across the blue line, but nobody on his team can get to it. Horn plays the puck forwards, finds Hamilton. He gets it to Fletcher down the left wing. He fires a shot up high and in the chest of Child, and he holds on. 3:28 to go in overtime. Sabers win the draw. Johnson moves it forward to Lang. His shot goes off a stick and wide. Huxley chips it forward. Comerford's there to get it. Dicker receives the pass, flips it off the glass and down the ice. Regardless of what happens in the next few minutes, the Rustlers have earned at least 1 point. So they will at least be tied with the Irma Aces going into tomorrow night's matchup. Now James sneaks out from behind his own net, sends a stretch pass to Woodward. He goes crossway to Shirley. He couldn't get it on the original pass, but off the bank, off the boards, he picks it up. Gets it to Miller. Back to Shirley. He fires a shot, but pad save made by Child. Sabers flip the puck in right on net. Eisman safely kicks that one forward to James. 2 minutes, 10 seconds to go. That pass goes off the skate of Pfister and down the ice. That's not going to be icing. Sanders picks it up. Cross the blue line, cuts to the middle of the ice. Miller tight on him, forcing him to back it up. And now almost a breakaway chance for Carson James with the pass out in front of him. Couldn't get to it fast enough. Pfister, the chance to the side of the net, but the puck was bouncing on him. He's able to corral it. Gets it to Huxley at the point. It gets knocked off his stick. And now Sanders on a near breakaway comes in, fires a shot. Eisman comes all the way out of his net to cut down the angle, makes the save. Now chance and tight again. And that shot goes wide. Now Pfister down the right wing. Hamilton's trying to catch up to the play. Pfister fires the wrist shot wide of the net. 1:20 to go. Pfister from behind the net tries a centering pass. Couldn't get a stick on it. Now Huxley at the point. Plays it in deep. Pfister there to pick it up. Tries to get to Hamilton, but the pass is picked off. This line is out of gas. Pfister needs to get to the bench. Fletcher comes on to relieve him. 50 seconds to go. Ortman carries across the blue line. Gets knocked off his stick, but he gets it back. Fletcher picks it up. Rustlers come the other way. He's got Comerford and Connor James with him. Fletcher takes it himself across the blue line. Tries a centering pass, but it's knocked away. The Sabres pick it up. 30 seconds to go in overtime. Pfeffer, cross blue line, fires a low, hard shot. Steered away by Eisenman. Lang picks up the rebound, but it gets knocked off his stick by Connor James. They work it into the corner. A sharp angle shot went off the side of the net. 8 seconds to go. Miller picks it up, plays it off the wall, and that's going to do it for overtime. We're going to go to a shootout here. What better way to end an incredible night of hockey here in Wainwright than a shootout? So once again, the officials chatting with the benches, making sure everybody's on the same page. What's going to happen for this shootout? I think, if I remember correctly, the Rustlers have had one game go to overtime and then a shootout here on home ice this season. And I believe it's going to be 3 rounds. And if it's not determined after that, it will go to single rounds. And the Rustlers will shoot first. Connor James standing at his own blue line, ready to take on Travis Child for the first shooter of this shootout. James picks it up at center ice, cuts to the left wing, cuts back to the middle of the ice, fires low, glove side, and the save is made. First shooter for the Sabers is going to be Carter Ortman. Eisman in his crease. Stares down the shooter, comes way out, cuts down the angle. Ortman comes in with speed, goes to the forehand, and a save made by Thomas Eisman. No score through one round of the shootout. Next shooter for the Rustlers, Mike Shirley. He picks up the puck. Straight down the middle of the ice with speed. He comes in, and scores! Mike Shirley gives the Rustlers the advantage in the second round of this shootout. Next shooter for the Sabers, Dalton Zemanek. Picks it up. Takes the left side, cuts back towards the middle, goes backhand, forehand, and Eisman makes the save. The Rustlers, through 2 rounds, have a 1-goal advantage. And would you look at that? Looking to seal the deal is the other James brother. It's Carson. Picks up a little speed, picks up the puck, cuts to the right side. The left-handed shooter comes in, fires right into the glove of Child. And as we've said many times tonight, the captain, the league's leading scorer, Clay Lang, has a chance to even things up here against Thomas Eisman. He picks up the puck, cuts to the left-hand side, steps in, slams in the break, fakes a shot, goes to the backhand, and Thomas Eisman makes the save. Rustlers, the shootout. It's a 4-3 final in favor of the Wainwright Rustlers. They jump the Irma Aces in the standings. They pick up their second straight victory on home ice. And the Rustlers celebrate around their goaltender, Tommy Eisman. What an exciting night of hockey here in Wainwright for the last home game of the regular season. What a way to start the weekend, eh? It's a 4-3 victory for the Rustlers in the shootout. And they'll head to Irma tomorrow night to wrap up the regular season. And then we'll be with you sometime next weekend for a playoff game. We're not sure what the schedule's going to look like. We're not sure who the opponent's going to be quite yet. But keep an eye on the Rustlers' social media channels. Keep an eye on ECSHL.ca to see all the playoff matches when they are determined later on this weekend. So we will see you at some point next weekend for the Rustlers' home playoff game. But until then, stay warm, stay safe. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.